Troy, how much of it is a case of moving on from that defeat on Saturday against Harrogate Town?
100%. We have to look at that in the sample size of what it is over 6 games. That was by far the worst. Really disappointing from forget the technical and tactical, from an effort, a desire and a commitment to go and actually leave an imprint on the game. That was the biggest takeaway. But yeah, just hopes over the 6-game period that was a bad one. And if we are going to do anything like we did over the last 5 games as a standard, then I think we'll be more than all right. But if we're going to continue to play how we did on Saturday, then it's not looking too good for anyone.
Have you got to remind the boys of the bigger picture? Because while they didn't pick up points in those first 5, you'll probably take one under par performance in 6 going forward, won't you?
Absolutely, and that's what we did today. We had a bit of a clear the air talk. By no means any crisis, just being a little bit vulnerable and open with each other. And for me, I had to apologise to Dabo and to the group, and I'll use this opportunity to apologise to the fan base. Not for what was said, but it shouldn't have been said outside the changing room. So that's my learning and understanding. I've been in this role just short of 3 weeks, and yeah, it's been a bit of a whirlwind, and sometimes I forget I have a bigger responsibility to look after the group. So, lesson learned won't happen again, but I still stand by everything I said. I think we need to be better. I think we need to do more. And we've got really good players with really good ability here. It really hurts my soul, like genuinely hurts me that people don't believe in themselves as much as I believe in them. And I'd hate for us to be in a situation, if it went wrong, and some of these players started dropping out of the Football League because they can't get any clubs anywhere else, that you sit there with regret. Now, I'm 35, soon to be 36, had a half-decent career, but I could look back in the mirror and go, gave everything every day, tried to be better, and there's not a game, there's games where people can say I was rubbish, I missed shots, all of that stuff. There's not a game anyone can look and go, he didn't try. That's the bit I'm trying to get. When it looks to the onlooker that you're not trying, you have to question yourself there. And then obviously the stats back it up for my own case. So yeah, not ideal, but we've moved on, and I've spoke to Dabo personally, and let him know my actions weren't right, and apologised, and we've had a man-to-man conversation. And then we move on now. No hard feelings from my part anyway. So we move on.
But you talk about Saturday, maybe being about sort of desire and belief. So how much of it is a case of when you're looking at clips, you go, it's here for you. It is here for you. It's just these little basic things. Well,
of course it is. So it's following the instruction, and this is the bit that gets really annoying. So, as we spoke afterwards, 4-4-2 diamond, all the spaces are the outside, start playing into the middle, and all our mistakes come from playing into the middle. But I don't want to talk about the technical and the tactical, because that's too easy. It's the basics I'm talking about. If I kick the ball past you and run past you and you jog, that's nothing to do with tactics. That's nothing to do with management, I don't feel. I feel that's a you thing, that's a personal pride thing, and I assume you play 5-a-side football, right? If someone on your team wasn't running or pulling their part and you were losing, you'd ask questions, and that's fundamentally what we're doing here. And it's a worry that one of the questions you're asking is about desire and will to run. But they've responded really well. It's by no means negative. It was just something we had to address. Water under the bridge, we crack on. Over a 6-game period, that one will be the anomaly, and we'll move forward. And obviously we're still adding to the squad. So you'd like to think if we could recreate those first 5 games with the quality that we're adding to the squad, we'll keep winning games. We'll start winning games.
We lose Alex Gorin tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Ryan Innes will be available. How do you view the task at hand against Mansfield? You've already touched on the fact it will be a physical one.
Yeah, it'll be physical. It'll be perfect for me, really. It's perfect. A team that's flying high, loads of confidence, a really experienced manager, some experienced players, but one that's drilled and knows what they're doing. And if you're not up for the physical challenge against these, you get rolled over. By the way, they can play good football. They're not just a launchy team by any stretch of the imagination. But if we are not up for the task physically and emotionally, especially with that crowd, we'll get found out. And weirdly, it's a good time to get found out, because the transfer window's open, we can still try and assess it. But also, we know moving forward now who can handle it. If you can't handle the pressure now on 20 games left, as opposed to when it gets to like 5, 6, 7, even 8 games, when you're right, we need to get 9 points out of 12, then they can't handle the pressure then. And it's a great game for me. It'll be a game that I'm hoping the boys are ready for the challenge to bounce back on.